Enrique Correa live at the 55th Street Marina, which is quite impressive. Enrique?
Bill, it is a mess out here. We've been out here since about 4 o'clock, and the winds just keep getting stronger and stronger. The waves keep getting bigger and bigger. I can't imagine these waves will get any bigger in the next 24 hours. If you just saw that go by, the parking lot is getting flooded. I also have our trusty wind gauge here, and it says we're a little bit more than 40 miles per hour, so that's pretty rough. All day people have been coming here to take pictures. You can see cars all around me. It is getting flooded, like I said, but people have been coming here to take pictures. If you're going to come down here, drive carefully because the cars will move, the wind will move the cars around. And like I said, it's very dangerous. And it's amazing how Mother Nature makes these big old waves over here. You know, Bill, I'm going to send it back to you where you're nice and warm back in the studio and dry, of course.
All right, Enrique here. We'll talk about what is in the planning stages now.
Bill and Tracy, the rock and roll capital of the world is now getting its own rock and roll marathon. The new logo for the 13.1-mile marathon was unveiled Tuesday morning. There you see the crowd there clapping. The marathon will start at the museum, then work its way around downtown. This marathon is unique because at every mile there will be live local bands performing and getting the runners pumped up. Plus, there's a huge concert at the finish line.
Skywalk is opening up a week earlier than expected. It was supposed to open up on January 7th, but now it's opening up on Tuesday at noon, just in time for New Year's Eve.
Because Enrique is going to teach us today how to make Spanish or Puerto Rican eggnog.
Yes,
That is the official term because I had never heard of this, coquito, until I met a Puerto Rican.
It's true. A lot of Puerto Ricans actually make it during the holidays. Yesterday I was at a company called Togus in Avon Lake, and I ran into a man named Jose Lopez. And we started discussing coquito. And we started discussing recipes. And the thing about it is everybody has their own different recipe. You go on the internet and you look up coquito, everybody's got their own style of making.
And by the way, coquito is the name for the Puerto Rican egg.
Right. Okay. You call it coquito.
All right, Enrique, how are the winds and the waves out there right now? Maybe you can compare what folks are seeing with what you were feeling yesterday.
Well, the winds are very powerful. With the wind meter here, we're still getting them over 30 miles per hour, and these waves are still pretty big. But that's not stopping people from coming by and taking pictures. There's about 10 people here taking pictures of Mother Nature's display here, but I'd rather be indoors with you guys where it's not so windy and you're not getting doused by these waves. So I'll take it back to you indoors, guys.
Thanks, Enrique, very much.
Primero que rompí la puerta fui yo.
In Spanish, Angel Cordero says he was the first person to break down the door to rescue the 3 missing women from the home on Seymour Avenue Monday afternoon. Cordero says he was at a friend's house right across the street when he heard Amanda Berry screaming for help and trying to escape.
Yo crucé la calle y le pregunté a la muchacha qué estaba pasando. Ella me dijo que estaba secuestrada y kidnapped by 10 years. Y entonces ahí yo traté de abrir la puerta, pero estaba laqueada con una cadena, la puerta no abría mucho, entonces la rompí a patada la puerta.
Cordero says he, Charles Ramsey, and other neighbors helped the women escape from the house, then got Berry to a phone so she could call police.
I'm Amanda Berry. I've been on the news for the last 10 years.
Okay, I got that here. I already. Since Cordero was only able to spend a short time with Amanda Berry as he rushed her out of the house, he says he hopes to see her again one day, but under better circumstances.
I asked Cordero if he feels like a hero for rescuing Berry, De Jesus, and Knight, but he says no.
Me siento normal, pues hice lo que tenía que hacer, un favor bien importante.
In Cleveland, Enrique Correa, Fox 8 News.
Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 25. It's bad.
The streets in Michelle Feather's Tremont neighborhood are littered with potholes. We drove around on the Tremont streets, and from this low angle, you can see these massive potholes.
They're just everywhere you turn, every street, every corner.
Driving around Tremont, you'll find plenty of potholes just like this one here. But this one is almost 5 inches deep. So imagine driving over this crater and what it's going to do to your car.
Tremont residents say the potholes make their streets look like an obstacle course as they try and keep their cars from driving over these street craters.
I try to avoid it every day, or I'll level my car. Sometimes I think I'm going to get a DUI given the area because I have to go around them and swerve.
City officials are trying to stay ahead of the pothole problem this year, but the bad weather is to blame.
Potholes this year in this country have become a it's almost like an epidemic.
Michael Cox is the director of public works for the city of Cleveland. He says the city has more than 12 work crews patching up the streets, plus they have 3 crews working with the pothole killer.
We've placed our pothole killer machines in our residentials now. So we're working with the 3 that we have in residential areas. We work them all weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Anytime we get some good weather, we'll work on those weekends also.
Cox says if you see a dangerous or really large pothole in your neighborhood, give the city a call so they can patch it up. In Tremont, Enrique Correa, Fox 8 News.
Whoa, whoa.
9-year-old Ashley Ellish and her family are some of the biggest Indians baseball fans you'll ever meet.
I love it so much, and I love the ball games. I see them a lot. I see every game, even when I'm sick.
2 years ago, Ashley came down with viral meningitis and spent 6 days at the Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital. That Christmas, when she came home recovering, she turned to her father and asked him for a special wish.
We said if she had one wish, what would it be? And we were standing at the living room window, and she turned to her dad and said, if you could build me a large ball field out there in the corner. And at the time, it was just like a field.
And that's how they came up with the name Corner Field. The field sits in the corner of their 5 acres. So when you come down Pioneer Road in Geauga County, it's hard to believe that this homemade field really exists.
People tease, or sometimes they'll say about Field of Dreams, or what. It's not the Field of Dreams. It's if anything, it's a field of passion. The field for the game, coming out here daily, playing it. You forget your troubles, you forget everything around you, and you play ball.
The Ellis family says the other reason why they built this field is because it brought the family together when Ashley became sick.
If you didn't have family time and it was one person, this would probably take more than 5 years to do this. You got to have team effort. If you don't have no team effort, this can't be done.
Altogether, the family spent 2 years building it and a couple $1,000s, plus some people donated materials. There's the field, a dugout filled with equipment, a picnic area, a backstop even with a net for foul balls. There are even markers out by their 2 horses, if you can hit it that far.
I'm a good hitter. I can hit to the fence at 225.
Ashley still suffers from bad nosebleeds and severe migraine headaches, but it's something about the game of baseball that gives her some peace.
I feel better when I come out here. I get fresh air. I love it when I hit. I love the feeling of the ball and bat. I love it so much.
Reporting from Geauga County, Enrique Correa, Fox 8 News. The $30 million Gatekeeper roller coaster can be seen as soon as you walk into the new main gate at Cedar Point. Once you're strapped in, Gatekeeper will take you to speeds of almost 70 miles per hour and will dangle you 170 feet above Cedar Point Beach before dropping the coaster within 6 feet of the ground.
The Gatekeeper was very good. It was very nice. It's fast.
As soon as the park opened Friday morning, people ran to get onto the coaster, and the thrill seekers were not disappointed.
Oh, it's awesome. It's just so smooth. There's no jerk. I love all the inversions. It's just awesome.
Oh, the ride is awesome. You just fly through the sky and float in your seat. It's just a great ride.
Since the Gatekeeper was such a hit with the crowds, I decided to take the coaster for a test drive. Once you get to the top of the ride, you can see the whole park. Then you're dropped into 6 different inversions and rolling hills. It gives you the feeling of weightlessness. If that wasn't enough excitement, the coaster also narrowly flies right through these keyhole towers, which really gets your heart pumping. It was 2 minutes and 40 seconds of fun.
Like most of the people I spoke to, they say the Gatekeeper is a blast, and I agree with them. So the next time you're at Cedar Point, you should definitely check out the roller coaster. In Sandusky, I'm Enrique Correa, Fox 8 News.